Mercedes seems to have identified the perfect operating window for the W15, and recent developments are suggesting that Mercedes will showcase even better performances across the last 10 races of the season. The team has an intricate development detail in motion for the upcoming races, and latest statements from the likes of Lewis Hamilton and Andrew Shovlin indicates that we will have two very competitive W15s on the grid. But with every team gearing up for the second half of 2024, can Mercedes keep up their progress and end the season on a high note? Mercedes is enjoying a great campaign in 2024. While being fourth in the Constructors' Championship doesn't reflect anything special, keeping in mind the poor start the W15 had at Bahrain and Jeddah, that same car now has 3 race wins and 6 podiums under its belt, shows the progress that Mercedes has made in the first half of the 2024 season. While this turnaround in form is impressive, the team does not plan on stopping here. As Andrew Shovlin put it, they are still developing and the targets they have set are really high. One thing that now has become crystal clear for the Silver Arrows, and that is the fact that they now, more than ever, have a proper understanding of what their car really needs, and do see the pathway on how to satisfy those needs in a way their drivers feel comfortable with. And the team now feels it's the perfect time to build upon the recently unlocked performance. According to Andrew Shovlin, updates are in the pipeline which will add incremental performance over the next few races. Explaining further, Shovlin added, "I wouldn't say we've been surprised by it. We set ourselves some very ambitious performance targets to make sure we were competitive enough to qualify on pole and win races by the end of the year. And then we put in some ambitious plans to meet that in stages with various updates. We're flat out developing it. You don't know what you're going to be able to bring right to the end of the year because you haven't done that work. But more of what we've been doing will be coming over the next few races, drip feeding it in more than going for big packages. But the midterm future is quite exciting still. There are lots of areas that we're working on, and hopefully those will come through and bring us the lap time that we hope." The Dutch GP weekend will be pivotal for the Silver Arrows under car development, as the team will be reintroducing its abandoned Belgian underfloor at the upcoming race at Zandvoort. The team pushed the W15 at Spa, introducing a significant upgrade package, a brand new underfloor floor edge and diffuser specification to create additional load on the front of the floor and increase the diffuser's effectiveness. The aim of this upgrade package was to basically add downforce, but there were several warning signs during practice sessions as both Hamilton and Russell were miles off the pace with signs of problematic bouncing and balance issues being present. Therefore, Mercedes opted to abandon the new floor and some accompanying aero parts to work with a known baseline for the rest of the weekend. The reversion seemingly eliminated all the problems, putting doubts on the new underfloor. But coming out of the weekend and having analysed all the data during the summer break, Toto Wolff revealed that the upgraded W15 was bouncing around the high-speed Spa circuit due to a mechanical adjustment the team went with, and all the data correlated with simulations suggesting the upgrades are indeed working. So to confirm this, the team will be bringing back the Spa underfloor to Dutch GP to make correlation between their two solutions. And as we have said multiple times before, this is sort of a half update. But to make things interesting for themselves at Zandvoort, Mercedes are fast-tracking another upgrade from the pipeline which actually reveals why Mercedes was experimenting its mechanical platform around the Spa circuit. According to reliable and close sources to the Brackley-based squad, Mercedes will be making revisions to the W15's rear suspension's internal component aimed at improving the W15's rear end, in a bid to work on the car's performance on rear limited and hot climatic circuits. According to Formula Uno, Mercedes will certainly fast-track this new rear suspension revision for the W15. The report also states that this upgrade will be of certain importance in determining where the development direction for Mercedes will go in 2025. But considering the W15, this upgrade combined with the new underfloor is aimed at generating more load to widen the W15's cornering performance window while working on improving the car's rear tyre degradation rate on hot and rear limited circuits. Mercedes are also confident now on fast-tracking upgrades due to Silverstone and Belgium now providing crucial data to the Silver Arrows, revealing that long-awaited correlation between the data on the track and those on the simulator are on point. A very important factor for the team, because only in this way will the team be able to learn and improve with future upgrades. Talking about this further, Andrew Shovlin was happy that the team is in a situation in which everything they've put on the car works as intended, and it also allows them to add more successful upgrades to the W15. Adding more onto this matter, Shovlin said, "It's nice when you are in a situation where all your update kits, all the mechanical changes that we've made to the car have done what we hoped for, and it's reassuring that we're sort of seeing that slow and steady move back towards the front. We've been working on the mechanical package as well. We're trying to focus on every area that delivers performance because you need your wind tunnel to be delivering, but it's only so hard you can make that work. Now is the time when the 2025 questions start to surface. Andrew Shovlin has answered one of these questions already, that they are now in the process of deciding on which parts to homologate and which to revamp for the upcoming campaign, adding, "We haven't made decisions yet on does the chassis stay the same, does the gearbox stay the same. The reality is that you probably can't change everything. We're at a stage now where we're trying to evaluate those to look for the best return for your spend in the cost cap. However, I think aerodynamically our car and most people's cars will be an evolution of what we have today. There will be significant changes on there, but you won't want to change the architecture of the car and take a big hit in the wind tunnel that you then have to recover." Lewis Hamilton was recently questioned about what he thinks Mercedes can achieve in the last 10 races of the season, starting from the Dutch GP. While the Brit ruled out the possibility of the Silver Arrows making a shock title challenge late into the season, Hamilton was confident that if his team starts the weekend off in a better foot, that they have every chance of being consistent podium and race victory challengers. Adding further, the 7-time world champion went on to say, "It's really fantastic, I think, for the sport to be having such close teams and drivers. The pedigree of drivers at the top today is really elite and amazing. We didn't expect to be competing with the McLarens or the Red Bulls at this point in the season, with how we started off. So for us to now have closed up and it's going to be one hell of a second half of the season for sure. No, it would be high hopes, but I mean, if we can continue this kind of performance as we've had the last few races, which has been fantastic, I think if we can start our weekends off a little better, hopefully we can continue. I think obviously the McLaren was very strong. We were just a bit further ahead early on, but yeah, we've just got to keep pushing." It remains to be seen exactly how well this upgrade package does perform at Zandvoort. Assuming that the German outfit avoids the downward spiral currently happening at Ferrari, there is every reason to expect more wins from the Silver Arrows down the line. After all, this year's W15 represents a relatively new baseline for the team. But what do you guys think? Can Mercedes add that little performance needed at Zandvoort with upgrades to make the W15 a consistent race winner? We are very much into your thoughts and perspectives in the comments section down below. And on your way down, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to get notified of our future uploads to keep yourselves up to date about the 2024 Formula 1 season.